Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hey, random thought. Hey, so this whole Kiki Palmer, her baby daddy, and Usher and shit, is not that big. It's really not a big deal. Y'all just blowing it out of proportion because it's the fucking internet. Y'all bored. That's the truth, man. Because all this nigga said was, "Look, man, all right, watch yourself. Don't show out now. Look, I got Junior at the house now. He talking to get breastfed. Calm down. Me too." But I'm just saying, y'all making it bigger than what it is, man. I get it. That's her man. Shit. They probably was joking. You know how Kiki Palmer is. She can't never take shit serious anyway. So they probably was a joke, and y'all just won't in on the joke, and it blew up. But shit, on the flip side, I don't blame Kiki Palmer either. I don't blame her. I mean, all of us had a childhood crush, like when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? It's always that one person we knew, man. We ever had a chance to meet, man. We want to show the fuck out. And Usher had to be Kiki's childhood crush. I mean, it is what it is. Because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. If Janet Jackson ever called me up on stage for her to perform anytime, any place, I promise you, my wife is not the only one to be mad. Shit. Janet Jackson security, management, the damn people who had the damn stadium, the crowd, Tito Jackson, Bubbles, Michael Jackson, all them niggas would be mad at me. I'ma show the fuck out. That's just my random thought, man. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing, man? This is your brother Eric G, man, and I can't wait for y'all to check tonight's episode out. It's gonna be wild, fun, and we always having a good time, man. So give me a few seconds. Let me bring in these beautiful people. This is your little big brother Eric G, and welcome to a brand new episode of Random Thoughts with Eric G. Before I get started, man, I just want to shout out these lovely ladies that's on tonight. How y'all doing, ladies?
All right, how are you?
Frustrated.
I understand.
Oh God! So who want to?
I'll go first. My name is Rakima. I am the owner of Erotic Relations. I am a intimacy coach where I help women have healthy relationships, explore their pleasure, and build legacy. So it's not just about having random relationships. We're trying to build families, teams where we can carry on last names.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Hold on a second. My wife just kicked in the room. I like this. So, Fran, how you doing, baby?
Is it on now?
There you go, Fran. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
All right. All right. Go ahead and do your introduction. We didn't get a chance to hear none of it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I am Fran. I am a bedroom candy consultant. I am a body sculpting specialist, and I own a spa here in Tennessee. And I am a relationship coach.
Hey,
And
see,
that
I
is
like
it. And
this.
also a medical assistant. If you want to know my full background,
Oh yeah, Fran do a lot of work, y'all. Don't let it fool y'all.
I do.
She be transforming a lot of people's bodies. I was gonna get my fat roll in the back tuck in for Fran.
Come and see me. I can help you out.
Hey, I see. Hey, yo, so look, tonight's episode, we were talking a little bit about sex, love, and intimacy in relationships. I feel like nowadays that the word intimacy is lost in today's relationships. And I want to just get in touch with a couple people I know who's actually specialized in this, who can give us the real deal from behind the scenes. Y'all willing to talk about it?
I'm
Yes.
ready.
All right then. Hey, yo, so before we get started, so before we get into the real questions, Rakima, give about a little bit more background about you. How did you get into doing this type of work?
So believe it or not, I was 30 when I had a baby.
Okay.
And after I had my daughter, I struggled with postpartum very, very bad. And when she turned 2, I remember praying about it. And the Most High was like, in order for you to raise her to be her authentic self, you have to be your authentic self. So I went on a healing journey, and I caught myself getting good. And once I got good, he was like, no, not just that. You got to be your authentic self sexually. So going on that journey sexually allowed me to better connect with myself. And once I started connecting with myself, I started experiencing the pleasure like I had never felt before. Like experiencing magic. You could feel the magic being created in between you and your partner once you really tap into yourself and you let go all of the prior beliefs that you had, all of the shame and different things like that. So once I started feeling it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I want everybody to feel this, because most women do not orgasm at all. And one of the hardest conversations to have in relationships is about sex. So we can get you talking about sex, get that part worked out. We can start working towards the emotional part, having better connections and having long-term relationships where it's not just baby mama, baby daddy, but it's actually a wife, and we're inheriting love and not just deeds and titles and all of that. We want to inherit love and teach our kids what real love is supposed to look like.
Hey, I love that, especially in the black community. We need that. We
Yes.
we really need that in the black community because I think so many times everybody's so used to doing things themselves or the feeling that they're gonna be used. They
Hmm.
can't like fully allow themselves to feel to embrace love. So I
Right.
appreciate
And
that.
we was taught that. Yeah, we was taught independent. Don't worry about no man. Don't let no man do nothing. We gotta scratch all of that and start over.
Mm, that part. Miss Fran. Now I was a guest on your show. This is not your first time on my podcast.
It is not.
It is not. And yo, you came on for the sex, love, and religions episode, man. I know you got it. Y'all got it popping. Y'all got it heated up. I love I love the conversation. Y'all was about to be mad at each other. I love all of that. Hey, so Fred, and you still have the podcast on the root of sex, right?
We do. It's on hiatus for right now
Okay.
because we've been
So how did you?
busy. So
So now now we had a great time on your show, and I know we were talking about me, you, and Jazzy. We talked about the Twix, all in the mix and all that.
yes, it never
So,
happened yet. Still hasn't happened.
and I told her when it happened, I want to be the first one to know. Hey yo, so how did you get more into your background? Because I know you were very fluent when it comes to the idea of sex and the idea of relationships, and especially when you get into your poetry. So you so so how did you get into your background?
Uh, I've always been curious about sex. And I will say that I was like a masturbator at a very young age. But, I didn't know what it was I was doing. I just knew it felt good and I wanted to keep on doing it, right? And my mom, especially, like, she would tell me not to do that or like made me feel like I should be ashamed because of, the things that I was doing. And she never wanted to talk to me about sex. Not, anything that had to do with sex was a no. I couldn't watch anything that included any kind of sexual activities or innuendos about sex. So because I couldn't do it, I would sneak and I would research and watch all the movies I could and watch late night HBO and all the things that I shouldn't have been doing. I was
Right,
doing. And when I
right.
turned 18, I went to the sex store for the first time and it blew my mind. And I was like, I want all of this. I want to try it all. I want to learn about all of this. And so that's what I did. I just, I became a consumer of all things sex and learned my body at a very young age. And when I did have partners, I was able to tell them what I liked and what I didn't like. And, you know, I'm still very curious about it. And now it's led to, you know, the further investigation about, alternative relationships and lifestyles and kink and all the things that I discuss on my podcast. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm I'm very open about my sexuality, and I taught my kids to be open and to be able to come to me if they had any questions. Don't go to your friends because they don't give you all the wrong information. Come to me and
That
I'll
is
tell you.
that is true, and I know that you're gonna give it to them like for real. That whole incident we talk about in the car and traffic. But anyway, look, that's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna say all that. But
They got to
oh yeah,
listen
hold
to
on.
the root of all sex to find that.
Oh yeah, hold on. I got another guess. Hold on a second.
What
Brother
up?
Steven, what's up, bro?
Feeling good. I'm a little late. I didn't know what time we were starting. I apologize.
It's all good, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm feeling good. How y'all doing?
Hey, everybody good. Hey, yo,
Hi,
so
friend.
Hey, Steven.
oh
Hey,
shit,
friend.
I'm
What
scared.
up?
Hey, yo, man. So Steven, we just doing introductions, bro. So let everybody know about you and how you guys started into like your teachings and trying to enhance the intimacy and sex.
I am sexologist and pleasure coach Stephen Smith. I started my journey about 6 years ago as a pleasure coach. I transitioned to a sexologist maybe about 3.5, 4 years ago. I got started into this journey because I got cheated on. And so I got cheated on multiple times. I wanted to understand the cycle of love and sex within relationships. Why do people behave the way they behave? What does trauma have to do with it, etc.? So I went on a journey of love first, and then I went on a journey of learning how to be better in the bedroom second. Then I put them together to become a pleasure coach, and here we are.
Hey, so Steven, so the question I'm gonna have for you starting off: what has been the biggest problem that you found in couples when it comes to into improving sex, into the loss of libidos and everything? What have been the biggest problem you found?
Biggest issue is communication. Our ability to not vocalize what we desire, what we require, what we want from each other, our safe spaces. So overall, it's communication because everything else can be fixed. But we lack the ability to tell or express ourselves to our partners in a safe way. It's where I'm like, yo, I am this, but I'll be called a freak or getting called nasty or getting called all these different names or labels put on me because of what I like. And so they don't have a space to say those things.
Okay. So I had a bunch of questions that were submitted starting off. They were submitted. I asked a lot of people, a lot of my viewers, what questions do you have about sex and what questions do you have about intimacy? Because I think I can get I feel my questions I want, you know what I'm saying? But I rather for the public to be like, look, this is what I have and this is what I want to know more about. So y'all willing to
Facts.
answer the questions? I'm ask all y'all can answer the questions. Just to be honest, okay?
Let's do it.
Y'all good? So
God.
Yeah.
now, ladies, I think y'all gonna tackle this more. Um, certain women fake enjoying sex instead of just leaving the relationship?
Because we were taught that the pleasure is for the man. Like when you're growing up, they never tell you anything about your own pleasure, your own body. It's always male centered. So we were taught to stroke the male's ego instead of saying, hey, this is not working for me. I'm going to need you to do this, or we need to how. Are we still here? Everything
Yeah,
loaded for me.
you just broke up for a quick second.
Okay. Yeah, we never was taught how to get to the bottom of, hey, this is not working for me. Let me talk to you and tell you how to do this to my body. We wasn't taught that. We was just told pleasure the man. Ain't no man gonna want you. Ain't no. It was never about our own pleasure. So we fake it until we just get to the point where it's like we don't even want to have sex no more because we're not getting anything out of it.
Mm, okay. Fran, Steven, what
I
about y'all?
agree. I agree. And it comes back to what Steven said about communication,
Yeah.
where she may be afraid to tell him that she doesn't like something that he does. So she'll just, accept it and maybe pleasure herself alone, but
Mm,
just accept whatever it is that he's giving to her because she can't vocalize that she doesn't like XYZ or that
mm,
she wants more of something. It might be something that
Yeah.
he is doing, but he just doesn't do it enough. And she might
okay.
need more of it, but she just can't vocalize and say, I want you to do this more instead of this.
Mm.
I
Steven,
can
man, go
agree
ahead,
with
bro.
that. I can agree with that. Of course, I play devil advocate. I'm on the male side. A lot of women fake orgasms, in my opinion, because they don't know their own bodies. They don't understand how to pleasure themselves, so they don't know they don't know how to teach other people how to do it for them. And so a lot of people don't know which orgasms to chase, which orgasms they can create. The women can have multiple orgasms. So a lot of women be like, well, I don't have vaginal orgasms. A lot of women don't. You don't know which ones you can experience the fastest, which one you can create the fastest. So you don't know which one to chase. And there can be performance anxiety. They can be so many things to where a comfort zone is not there. And so I feel like sometimes women don't vocalize what they want, what they need. And I don't think they take the time out to learn their own bodies. Sometimes they look at men and say, you should know how to do this. You a dude. How old are you? You 40. You should know how to do. How long you been having sex? You should just know how to please me. I ain't got time to teach no man nothing. When you should learn your body, like I have self-love Sunday or squirting Sunday. That's the day you learn your body and what your body's capable of doing. Right. Because if you don't know what your body can do, and then you run into a me, then I make your body do some stuff. You go attach all of that pleasure to me, and then that's how you create stalkers.
The next time they say you know your ass is getting your windows busted out. Anyway,
bingo.
No, but all jokes aside, on that question for me, I see it on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I do feel that a lot of women don't know how to vocalize what they like and they don't like. I don't want to vocalize, and I do feel like nowadays more women are more sexual like fluent, and they'll be like, look, this is what my body I want to do. This is what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to tolerate. As for men, us men, if a girl is giving you head, you be like, yo, that shit is not like, I don't like how she doing it. Pop in the forehead, we gotta do something better. But I do think that we have more. We need to have more communications. We need to be able to talk about it more and express what we feeling. Because I feel like when you're having sex, it's supposed to be both of y'all pleasure.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? We both should enjoy this. I want to come into this room and we can whatever fantasy you want, whatever things you want to try. We are here together to learn from each other, and also realize that everybody is different. The things you did with that last person ain't gonna work on this next person. You know what I'm saying? Talk to that person and let them know. And ladies, don't be afraid to say, look, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you focus so much at the top, go at the bottom, I'm going this way. Do that. You know what I'm saying? And it help everybody out. And don't be ashamed because shit, we don't know. We'll do. We just gonna go where the fuck we want to do. So that's the truth.
Correct.
That's the truth. All right. So next question I got. Why do most relationships side with the women over men? If a woman says that she doesn't want sex, we have to accept it. But if a man said we don't want sex, we are looked at it as, oh, he's like, what's the problem? You don't want this? What's going on? Why is that?
Why is that?
I don't believe that. Like I mean, I know that is how some women play it, but I don't believe that. I believe if you are in a relationship and whichever one, because it's always gonna be a low person and a higher person, you're supposed to meet in the middle. Like it's no such thing as you can withhold from him and he can't withhold from you. I don't believe in that. We need to compromise on how we gonna create a schedule if that is what we need to do. So if Wednesday and Friday is our day, that's what we do, whatever to make our relationship work so that we are both satisfied, we are both pleased. I don't believe in that withholding. I don't care if we mad. If we're not breaking up, then there's no need to withhold. And that's something that I teach my couples, like that even if you can't have a conversation, you may just need to do that. And we're gonna talk about this in the morning. But when it comes to a relationship, if you are together, you are together.
Okay, Fran, Steve.
No, I don't believe in withholding. But if he's not in the mood, then I'm not gonna pressure him and say you have to, have sex with me. No, if he's not in the mood, then I'm gonna just go and do it myself, and he can watch, and then maybe he might become in the mood or aroused while watching or while listening, whatever it is that he wants to do. But I'm not gonna force him because I don't want to be forced either, and I don't want to do something if I'm not in the mood and then I do it. It's just gonna be lackluster. I'm just gonna lay there, and let you do. I'm gonna be a pillow princess and let you do whatever it is you want to do because I'm not in the mood.
But sometimes you might not be in the mood, but once you start, you're in the mood.
Exactly. So
So
he can listen.
Right, but
I'll start it
sometimes
off and he can
women get
listen
the
and he
luxury
can
of
watch.
not being in the mood.
I was finna say, how long is this thing gonna go on? So if she says I'm not in the mood tonight, and then tomorrow he like, all right, I'm gonna give you a pass tonight. Tomorrow he comes back and she's still like, I'm not in the mood. At some point we gotta say, okay, what is going on here?
Right, because now it's mental. It's not a physical
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
There I
Steven,
go.
what you got, bro? Come on, help us out.
Um, so how I feel about the situation where why do women get a pass more than a pass than men is because
Right.
we're viewed as physical people. We're viewed as men will have sex with anybody. Men that just do it because they just want horny. They feel like we don't appreciate or value sex like women
Right.
appreciate and value sex. That we'll just do it because it's a recreational activity to do versus they do it because they love someone or they're interested in somebody, they like somebody, they have an emotional attachment to it. So when they don't want to do it, it's like, oh, it must be a reason behind it because she normally would. If I don't want to do it, it's like, dog, something wrong with you or is something wrong with me? You cheating? Let me see your phone. Let me because I supposed to want it all the time. Men have to be stripped of their emotions for the most part. We just some providing, protecting macho alphas that don't
Right.
have feelings, that don't have bad days, that don't want affection, that don't have days where we're like, yo, I just want to chill. We don't really get that grace period without a judgment attached to it.
Mm. See, look, y'all ladies, y'all understood that, right?
No, I mean I do understand that, but see, that's something that I try to make sure that
Yeah.
I teach, like, women and men to me are we are one and the same. Yeah, one may have more testosterone and one, like, we're one and the same though. Men have the same emotions women have. Once men get to a mature point, is no more we just wham bam thank you man with anybody. They actually want to be desired and they actually want to feel something. So 9 times out of 10, most of the time, if a man is in a relationship with you, he is past that wham bam thank you ma'am and he's trying to give you his all. So I guess because I'm more so of the I'm trying to create a family. No, don't tell this man that he don't have no feelings because you need to create, like he said, a safe space for him to have those feelings.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn, I like that. See, I was
See,
thinking the same thing.
I talk
I was
about
thinking
men
the
like
same
I talk
thing.
about women. I don't put them in two separate categories. We got to treat our men like we want to be treated.
Right. Right. And I do think that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of time we're not looked at as people who has feelings as well. You know what I'm saying? And that ties back into the last question, is it one sided? You know what I'm saying? Like things will be one sided. I do feel like it goes back to what we said again. We need to have more communications. You got to know your partner. You got to know the person you're with and understand that, okay, cool. If this person right here has those days like you have those days. You're not just alone in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate y'all saying that because that's a lot of stuff I think guys don't talk about. We don't talk about not being wanted. We don't talk about,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, feeling like, yo, we are we're not desired. You know what I'm saying? It does, and a lot of men don't is afraid to say this, especially I quote a quote unquote good man, because most dudes like, fuck it, I ain't getting at home, I'll go outside and get this. But if a good man want to stay at home and he want to be with this one woman, he want to experience everything with this one woman, he wants all of that from her. Just like she should want all that from him.
Correct.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all saying that. All right. So now I already know how this is gonna go with y'all already. So this next question came in. The guy says, why do women don't want to take more control in the bedroom? Why is always up to the guy to do? We got to flip you this way, turn you that way, right here, do that in the third. Sometimes we want to be the pillow princess. Let's go. why do
I
why do
love that
why do a lot of
question.
women, why do a lot of women don't want to take more control in the bedroom?
Can I go first?
Go first,
Cause I
boss.
want, cause I
Yes.
want, I want to, I want to start a fire.
Go ahead.
Go
A,
ahead.
a lot of women don't know what they're doing. Women don't know how to have sex. They're so used to being told what to do. They're so used to being the sub or the person that takes direction. The man is in position of power. The man controls everything. All she have to do is get pretty, put on some negligee, have something that smells good, and then perform or get performed on. Versus if I say, yo, tonight all you do everything. I'm gonna just sit back. Sex may be a disaster. She don't know what position
Oh,
to go to
really?
first. She don't know what toys to bring out, when to bring them out. She don't know what playlist is popping. She don't know where my spots are. She don't know anything because she's so used to me being the person to say, lay down, get here, pull out the mirror. There's the camera, look here, giving all these directions that when it's her turn to direct is an unfamiliar space. So I provide those spaces outside of the bedroom so you can get comfortable being directive inside of the bedroom.
Oh, okay, ladies.
That's true. Like that's all the way true. A lot, and women are scared of themselves. Like some women are scared of themselves. They are afraid of, if I do this and this, he's gonna look at me like this. So in order for me to maintain this wifey or this good girl, I have to stay in this little box that I have allowed him to so much as put me in. But no, that is 100% true. And they don't know themselves. Like they don't know their partner's body enough to study it. You don't know what he likes. You don't know what type of, like, what he needs to be fully aroused. Women don't know none of that. They just expect for them to get wet and now it's good.
That's it.
Mm,
Yeah.
talk your talk. Talk your talk. Fran, now Fran face makes Fran turned her whole face up in the middle of both of y'all conversation. I ain't gonna say. Go ahead, Fran.
Because I think it's a little bit of both that because I don't think women just walking around. I mean, I know for sure there's a lot of women that walk around that don't even know where their clit is at or how to make themselves have an orgasm. I know that. But I can't believe that if Stephen or somebody came to me because we're assuming that all these people are in committed relationships. A lot of these people just fucking, let's be real, okay? I met you at the club last week. We kicking it. Now we've been, doing our thing for the past couple weeks. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know your body yet like I should because we just started messing around. So if you tell me I'm taking control, Fran is gonna be in control because I like to be in control. Let me just tell y'all that. Okay. So I'm gonna know exactly the playlist gonna be coming on before you even walk in my door. Okay. I'm gonna have the camera set up and the everything. Okay. I'm not gonna tell y'all all my business, but just know that bedroom gonna be set up just like a dungeon. Okay.
I'm gonna
But
be. I'm gonna be out.
I
I'm
think
gonna
a
be out.
lot of women
Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
think
Go
a
ahead.
lot of women wouldn't do that because of the stigma. Because if I just met Steven 2 weeks ago and he walk in my bedroom and I got my swing hanging up on the door and toys on the bed, he gonna be like, "What kind of freak is that?" You know?
Now, if you
That's
reverse it, the thing that I would have to do if you walked into my dungeon, because you already know I have one, and you was like,
yes,
"Yo, this is a little too much for me," I have to make the adjustments on the fly. I have to make you comfortable,
right,
relaxed. On the like most women, after you have it all set up and you have it pre-planned and you have everything, because you didn't plan it all week. You ain't just playing for 30 minutes. You didn't had this mapped out for a week or two. You'll bring me in here, how it's gonna go. The moment that I put a monkey wrench in your plan, how do you make the adjustment?
Mm,
oh, I can
Talk me
pivot
through that
quickly.
adjustment.
yeah,
I
Right.
mean, I
that,
know
And if
you
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 say, look, I'm
you
not into
good.
the swing, can we try something else? Sure. We don't even have to look at this swing. We could try something else. Do you like this? Pick out one of these toys that you want to try. Pick out this lube or this lotion or massage or whatever. They got to have options. They can't
But
just be like,
you
okay, he going to go with this swing. And
you
what
know
if he
men
don't want
ain't
to do
into
the
any of
swing?
that. You know
but
that's
here's
gonna
the
be
thing.
difficult for any man.
But here's the
It
thing
just
is with guys though. I think I do think like you said earlier. You got to first of all, you just can't just bring it on the first time. Now you want to do. I don't need you to go balls to the
Right.
wall the first time. We got to ease our way into this. But I'm
Right.
just saying, when it comes down to it, you said that what I'm saying the man wants the wife to be all. He thinks that the wife wants to be all prissy and wife like. Let me tell y'all the truth, because Steve gonna tell
Oh
y'all.
my.
Stevie gonna tell y'all. We want a slut. We try to be honest with
want
you.
one.
We try to be cute and cool
Right.
about it.
You want to
Like
walk in the house and she, drop the drawers and give you some
I,
head right there on spot.
I
On
mean,
the
that's
spot.
that's in my mind because we'll tell you why though. But I do feel like a lot of times our men vision is more of the pornographic um, ideal. You know what I'm saying? We grew up so many times watching looking at dirty magazines, watching them flicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the time we had them VHR tapes. You know what I'm saying? In the middle that it starts skipping, you got to rewind it back and do it again. But that's what we had. So we so used to that. You know what I'm saying? So our head, we would love for the whole. Hi, I'm just trying to save the whales. Come, you know what I'm saying? We would love that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? The whole piece of man that we would love the whole wild thing, but you know what I'm saying? You just gotta know that person. And don't be afraid of letting your girl take control. Not
Yep.
every. I mean, you don't gotta be macho man all the damn time. Shit, lay back, enjoy yourself. I do think that's a problem we do have in relationships. That people just don't. People so used to playing a role that they're just not allowing themselves to be free. Y'all agree?
I
I
agree.
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 I
Okay,
think
okay.
nurturing is women's greatest power. And if you allow a
Right.
woman to properly nurture you in the bedroom, it's gonna be the best sex you ever have.
You're right, and I also think, but you know what I'm saying, us guys, we so used to looking at pornos and try to have this fantasy about that, as girls are reading these novels and trying to have this fantasy about that too, which is not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You need to bring them together and have some kind of collide of both. You know what I'm saying? Just have a great relationship. So yo,
And I'm glad you brought up porn because I think porn has people like has messed up a lot of people, not just men, women too, because
Sure.
now they think that, he's supposed to have this penis the size of this porn star's penis. And then now you shaming him because he don't, or don't want to have sex with him because he don't have a 10-inch or 12-inch penis. And that's not normal for the average guy. It's just not. And maybe he could perform just as well as that porn star. He just don't have the same size. You just got to give him a chance, ladies.
so hey, yo, my son walked downstairs. He's looking crazy.
I heard the laughing.
My son, he's 16. He's like what? But anyway, hey yo, but I'll just so the next question right
I'll be
here. This
like,
right here, this is more for this right here is gonna. I want this is pretty much pertain to the ladies. Um, and we gonna just speak about it as if we was in relationships and stuff like that. How would you go about telling your man he's not pleasing you while hurting his ego?
I always feel like you have to. The best place to talk about sex is outside of the bedroom. So you got to start with some type of praise, and then you segue into I want to try this, or I like this. I would like for you to do this more. This is what I need. I like our connection, but this is not doing it for me. So can you do this? I can talk you through this thing. I can guide you through this thing. However, we need to get it done, but we're going to have to explore each other a little bit more because I'm not being satisfied.
Got you, Fran. I know Steve like fighting right now. But go ahead.
I agree, but I would do it like she said, outside of the bedroom, or not during sex, at least after sex, because we always have a conversation like after sex, like, did you like when I did this, or whatever, just kind of like the after the after talk after the act. So yeah, if he says, I didn't like when you did this, or you should have did this more, you know start off with the praise like Rakima said, but and try to make it not delicate because you don't want to sugarcoat it, but be careful with your words, I would say.
Mm, okay, Steven, what you got, bro?
so what I got is I love to talk about sex or without hurting the ego. I love to read books or we watch movies together. I love to make the conversation comfortable, and I love to make it to where it's not um, offensive or put a person in a space to be defensive about what's
Right.
happening. So we watching 50 Shades of Grey, or we watching 365, we watching any movie that have sex scenes in it, and then I can tell you more of things that I enjoy. Like you see when she grabbed him like that, you see when that happened. I would love when we tried this. Let's duplicate these scenes. Or I used to give my clients my books. I read my books, read a chapter of the book, then y'all duplicate it, and then y'all have the conversation of what you like, what you don't like, what you want to add, what you don't want to add. And then I also have 7 days of the week: Moan for Me Monday, Taste Me Tuesday, Wet Wednesday, Throat Thursday, Freaky Friday, Slut Me Out Saturday, and Squirt Me Sunday. So where we can have days that we can practice certain things. Rather than every time we
Okay,
go in there, we have to
okay.
give
So,
everybody pleasure. We like, yo, let's practice. Throat Thursday, I'm gonna tell you how I want this head. I want to tell you where I want it. Let's try some new things. Taste Me Tuesday, you tell me how you want some head. Let me learn your body. Let me taste you a certain way, and we can learn and we can eliminate from there. It's safe, it's non-judgmental, and we those are days dedicated to learning you. And so I
right.
think that's easier to have a conversation.
Okay. And look, everything y'all said, y'all took the words of my damn mouth. I ain't got nothing to say after that. I just know it says slut Sunday. I mean Squirt Sunday. I don't know what. All right, Lord, the 7 days you get the rest. Hey yo, so this is more of a serious question. I probably it's not like a two-part question. I'm gonna ask the first part. What? How do you think couples should be able to combat and try to work out when both couples are on two different sexual wavelengths? let's say as if the woman sexual libido is way lower than the man. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that she's not really into it. As like I'm all ready to go. How do you what advice would you give to a couple trying to make that work?
I think it would depend on why she's not into it. Like, is it something that we can fix? Like, is there some trauma there that needs to be healed? Are you not experiencing pleasure? Do you not really understand what's going on? Are you blacking out doing sex, mind going elsewhere? Are you not focused? Or is it that you just don't really like sex? Because I've had clients that say, I don't like sex, but it was really trauma. And after you heal that trauma, now you're having sex every single day. So we got to
Mhm.
get to the bottom of why you don't like sex.
Mm.
Correct.
Okay, okay,
That
okay.
is the perfect answer. I
Right.
100% agree.
I do found that there are people who, like I said, generally just don't have that itch for it no more. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But you do have two different partners that's trying to like go at each other with two different sides of they'll say the situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of and I tell like about I like I've been through it myself. I know it's hard as a man who's ready for it and want it all the time.
Mhm.
And she's like, no, I'm just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Not in the mood.
Right.
Like I wouldn't know what advice to give somebody because I would just tell everybody, look, you just gotta have faith in your relationship and try to, I think, like communicate more. I guess, but
I think if it did not start off that way, it can
mm,
be fixed.
Yeah.
So if it started off that way, that means your sex drive wasn't matching anyway, and that should have been something that was talked about at the beginning because this might not work because our sex drives don't match. But if this is just something that started, that means it's something that like it's emotional. It's something there that is causing it to go that way. Whether it's just I'm a new mom and I'm driving myself crazy trying to get this baby together, that could be it too. It's more understanding when we just got like this now, then we've been like this the whole 5 years. Like those are two different situations. So it would just depend on the situation.
mm,
And I like to
Right.
look at requirements. Um, I like to say, well, if you can have the ideal sex, what would it be? Where would it be? Who would it be with? How long would it last? Like with my clients, I make them get extremely detailed. If you can have sex one last time with the person of your dreams, where would you do it? How long would it last? How would it start? How would it end? How many orgasms would you have? How many would you give them? How many rounds do you go? Because if you can identify what great sex looks like to you, if you can identify what ideal sex look like you, if you can identify what foreplay looks like to you, you can teach your partner how to do it. You can start to create solutions for everything that's blocking you in your mind. Well, if I had sex one last time with whoever, man, they will rub my feet and it'd be by some water and da, da, da. Now I know as your
yeah.
partner, I should probably rub your feet a little more. I should probably take you by water. I should probably create this experience for you to kind of unlock some things inside of you.
We'd be trying to crack toes like hell if we could. But go
I swear
ahead,
to God.
Fran, what you got, man?
Ah, I agree with everything everybody said, and I think I'm gonna speak from experience. Like Rakima said, if it didn't start that way, then there definitely is something emotional or trauma based that the person is holding off from. Because in my situation, my partner wasn't handling their part of the actual partnership outside of the bedroom. So if you're not doing the things that I need you to do as my partner, I'm not going to be in the mood when you come to me tonight because I had to do all of this shit by myself all day. And then here you come looking at me to be in the mood. No, sir. No,
Mm,
no. So, but
Would that be called
if
resentment?
every,
mm,
My bad.
I would say resentment. I'm just plain tired. Um, I'm just, yeah, I would say probably mostly resentment because you weren't holding up to your end of the bargain. So why should I do this for you when X, Y, and Z wasn't handled for me
I be
oh,
having so many
prior to
questions.
coming into this
go ahead,
room?
ask the question, Steve. Go ask the question.
Does that make sex transactional?
Ooh,
No, 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 because
hold on,
I didn't do
transactional sex to
something.
me,
You didn't give it to me.
but
If I would
isn't
have did
sex
it,
itself transactional though?
well, no, because I'm not saying I want you to give me money because transactional is for me is finances. I'm not saying I want you to give me money. But if I'm coming home and I'm having to do all the chores, look after the children, handle my business, I have multiple jobs, and I'm coming home and cook, clean, take care of kids, and now it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm tired, and you looking
Uh-huh.
at me, you've been sitting out on the couch all day
Hmm.
playing a game or doing whatever you doing. No, sir.
I
So
got
so
more
No,
questions.
sir. I'm not
so
going to
so,
want to
so,
have sex.
so that's how
I
that.
think it's more so lacking in other areas. So you're lacking in the other
Right.
intimate areas. So for this, I can't just give you all physical or sexual intimacy because I'm not fulfilled emotionally.
Thank
Right.
I
you.
But
Thank
my
I
thing,
you.
love that.
but my thing is, if you're not communicating with that, if you're not communicating that, how can you
Right.
improve that? Because,
That
like you
is
said, he thought
true.
that
Right,
person is
right,
sitting back, not knowing that you're stressed out, you're tired, fuck this,
Hmm.
whatever, and he's just sitting up here trying to go with emotions. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and
right.
what's going to turn him off? What's going to cause a problem with him? Will make him feel like, look, man, fuck this. Then I can find a lie.
Correct.
That
Because
is
I got
100%
one more
true.
question.
Steve, go ahead.
I only got one more. I promise. Only one more. So, with all that being said, so I had this conversation often. I talk to men about this often, and so a lot of men say it's much easier to stay single or be a side dude because of
Mm,
everything you just said. You said I got to take care of the kids. I got to cook. I'm working multiple jobs. I'm doing all these things. When I'm dating you and courting you, you're working multiple jobs. You're paying your own bills. You're taking care of your own kids. You're cooking 2 to 3 meals a day. You're doing your own Uber Eats. You're doing your own billing for your own businesses. And then when I call you or you call me, you still look good as fuck, smell good, wig straight, makeup on, and I still get the best sex
Woo.
in the world while I'm pursuing you. But when I
yeah.
get you, when you're my partner, I have to uphold all of these things to get something what now belongs to me if we're in a relationship or marriage or things like that, where we like, oh, that's technically mine. I'm entitled to that now because we're together. But when I was courting you and pursuing you, you was giving that to me. I was getting cheeks all the time. And you were taking care of kids, making food, paying bills, all the things that make you tired. I was still getting prime cheeks when I'm your man. Now you're exhausted and I don't get
But
prime
now that you're
cheeks.
my man, what if you
Mm.
stop courting me and stop doing all those things you used to do? Then I'm not in the mood because you're not
All
sending
I
me the
did was
little
took
dick
you on
pics
I
like you
took you
used
on
to
some
send me,
dates and
or you're not
finishes.
sending me the little love notes and flowers like you used
But
to.
the whole point of a partnership is to be partners. So if I'm gonna come into your life and you're gonna come into my life, we're both supposed to come in like, what can I do to make your life easier and vice versa. So of course, and I believe that when you get in a relationship, you're supposed to maintain your appearance and all of that good stuff. I do believe all of that. But if I'm coming into your life, I'm gonna be trying to make it more simpler. And if you're coming into mine, you're gonna supposed to try to help me as well. I don't. It's not just okay. You gonna come here and I'm gonna do the same thing, because if that's the case, I might as well be single, like the man said. If you're not
Mm,
gonna come over
Right.
here and help me, and I'm not, and I can't help you, then we don't need this. Like, there's no point of this.
mm. I mean, hey, we be paying bills too. I mean, y'all help me with my bills, then we can go ahead. I can give you
Yeah,
the
we
same
could
thing. You pay
definitely.
my bills.
That's, and see, that's another thing when it comes to moving in together. I
Right.
believe partners should actually move into a house together. Like, I'm not coming to your house, you don't come to my house. Let's move into a house together. How are we gonna pay these bills in this house? Because a lot of times men come to women's house, they be like, well, it's your house. You can kick me out, or vice versa. So you do like the
Mhm.
same. You was doing this, let's keep doing this. No, that's why you should join it together. Like, okay, we're gonna get a house together, and that
I
way
like that.
we can do this thing from the jump together.
I
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Okay. So this is a question we asked earlier today. What do you think qualifies as intimacy?
What
That's
kind?
a, that's
I
another
mean,
fire question.
what is? I mean. Don't say it. What is it? I mean, like, because in my head, I think intimacy is more than just sex. What
100%.
qualifies
Right.
to each one of y'all? What is intimacy? What is
To
what is, falls under that umbrella of the word intimacy?
anything that is,
Intentional.
yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
are intentionally trying to connect with your partner.
Intention.
Right.
Slow
It could be
dancing.
cuddling. It could
Kissing.
be
Cuddling.
kissing. It could
It can
be,
be
watching
reading. It can be
porn or
going on a
reading.
hike.
Right. A picnic. Anything like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
cooking
A
lesson
back
together.
rub. Yeah.
When you
Teach me how to
intentionally
change the
spend time
oil.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you for this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, teach me how to change the oil. Teach me something new. Let me teach you something. Like all of that is intimacy.
I respect that. See,
Yeah.
I be trying to tell people that it's not intimacy is not just sex. It's not just yo.
Right.
I want to smash. Yes, we intimate while doing that. Yeah, that's true. But it's more than just that.
Yeah.
You want to have that feeling while you in the midst of all of
Mhm.
this. You want to feel like you're being wanted. You want to feel like we are one. You know what I'm saying? While we're doing this, like I said, it could be chasing the damn oil, but we're doing this together. You know what I'm saying? We're able to share this bond. We are bond. Intimacy is bonding. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's
Intimate
bonding.
bond.
Wherever in many facets, no matter what it is, it's bonding. You're bonding with one another, and y'all sharing this joy together. No matter what it falls up under, you know what I'm saying? Which most likely for us is sex, but still, you bonding. But you know what I'm saying? You're falling up under it together.
And I think that
Another,
ties everything together that we spoke about. The lack of intimacy could lead to the lack of libido and lead to the sex being
Correct.
unsatisfying and everything that we spoke about. The lack of intimacy could be the cause of it all.
Yep.
okay. So, question about one side or whatever. One side has more sexual like feelings and the other one don't. Could a sex could a relationship last with lack of sex or intimacy?
It depends
Yes.
on them two people.
Right.
Yeah, if they can agree to make it work, where it's like, okay, I know you low and I'm high. How we gonna figure this thing out? Like that's when the scheduling come in. You can't let me go longer than 8 days or something like that. But it's gonna depend on them two people and how bad they want their relationship to work.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Oh, I 100% think it'll work, but it also requires a certain mindset. Um, I don't ever tell my clients to do these things, but I do put it out there for people to understand. I give them scenarios that everything that we want in our life, we can outsource. If you don't want to cook, we can Uber eat or we can go out to eat. If you don't want to clean, we can hire a maid service. If you don't want to take care of the kids, we can hire babysitters. If you don't want to give me some cheeks, I just have to sit here and not get cheeks until you feel like it. If we have a clear understanding that you don't desire sex the way that I do, but you're involved in my sexual life, as in you
Mm-hmm.
can pick the woman, you can pick how many partners per week, or if we have this one, you can interview them if you want to. Why not outsource something that you're not willing to give? A lot of times in relationships, we choose partners and tell you got to be my everything. You have to be my best friend. You got to be my dancing buddy. You got to be my car concert person. You got to be my girl to give me the best head in the world. You got to give me the best cheeks. You got to wear the best lingerie. You got to. Why does she have to be everything, or why do
I
he
got
have to be everything? And so if it's like if I don't like smashing like that, I'm like, listen, baby, I want to be involved in your orgasm. I want to be involved in your sex life. So here's some toys where we can play, and then maybe once a month go call Jason Love or something. Not him. Never mind.
so
Not him.
here's my thing is my wife heard my wife heard your damn question, boy. Your answer. She over here losing her damn mind. She over he just
We can
outsourced a
outsource everything.
female.
Yeah, we can outsource some cheeks.
Hey yo, but that's what I'm saying though. Like a lot of times it don't work out, and they do open up. Some couples do open up for a open relationship or
Yes.
a like you said a poly relationship nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That does happen nowadays. But the truth,
Yeah.
oh shit! Hold on, baby. I can't outsource.
No, we don't.
No outsource. I can't Uber Eats no coochie. Okay. Anyway, anywho, y'all gonna get me kicked out. Damn it! I just started. I ain't did
We about to get you some more cheeks. Cause she like, you not outsourcing nothing.
nothing.
You can just get it from me. Yes. That's the goal. That's
He said that's the goal.
reverse psychology.
I get what you saying. I get what you saying. Oh, you ain't got outsource. I got it here. We have
Go.
food at home. Anyway, hey yo. So here's another question. Okay. Uh, that's funny. Uh, This another lady asked. She said, "How would I?" She said, "How would I?" I'm trying to make sure I said this right. How can I incorporate more intimacy and make it? How can I incorporate more intimacy in my relationship and make it fun? To keep both our libido going and to keep them interested, to keep the people interested in each other. How do you incorporate more of everything to make it more fun?
Role playing.
Okay,
Role playing is fire. I'll be Ghost any day. Tommy. I'll be Tariq if you need me to be Tariq. I'll be a school teacher, a
not
prince,
Tariq.
whatever. I'll be little Tariq. You feel me? I won't have no car, run everywhere. Whatever you need to make
Oh,
you more sexy and attractive and just feel new. I just like to
Right,
bring
right.
excitement into the relationship. If you role play, you get to be a different version of yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can be so used to Steven and Steven can be so complacent. Steven can ask so many questions and be so nurturing. And I have the same stroke pattern versus Marcellus, who's my alter ego. He's polar opposite. And so if I interchange between Steven and Marcellus, sex is not as boring as it could be because I'm always in competition with myself because I role play by changing my name.
Okay, okay, ladies.
definitely exploring, but I like to tell people the things that you do all day matter. So, how you send each other off in the morning, how you greet each other in the afternoon, do you touch each other all day? Do you say you're beautiful? Thank you for doing this. Like the way that you treat each other all day matters. If I'm on you all day, you touch a feel it, you smack my butt every time we walk by. When we get in the room, we are not strangers. We've been waiting to get in this room. We've been waiting to put these kids to bed because I've been waiting to see you tonight. So if you greet your partner at the door with that kiss and that, yeah, we gonna do that will keep the intimacy going so that you're always thinking about each other. And them little quickies, sneak in the closet, do all of that. That's excitement.
Hey, I, I'm all down for a closet. Go ahead.
Definitely.
We got
Definitely
kids, man.
all
We
of
got
that.
kids.
Definitely all. I agree with it all. They said it best. The
Right.
only thing I would incorporate is erotica because maybe I may not want to watch porn or I may not want to role play and dress up in the costume, but maybe they'll listen to something while y'all driving in the car going to wherever. Pop on
Yep.
All
some
right, for my
erotica
Yep.
and just listen, and that'll get some ideas going, get the juices flowing. Whenever y'all get to where you're going, y'all might sneak in the bathroom at the grocery store or whatever.
yeah. I mean,
So
hey,
yeah,
let's pick out these
keep
fruits.
it
Anyway, look.
spicy, keep it fun.
Hey, hey, no, but you know what? I do think that kind of ties into the other thing we were saying. I mean, I think the role playing thing might help if a person has is not as into it as before, because that person could be so used to who you is or whatever it is, but now
Mhm.
you done took who you are out the situation and you bringing in. You know what I'm saying? What you say your name was, Steven?
Tariq, the ghost,
No, no, these are
Tommy.
Marcellus or
Oh,
something like that.
Jason Lang.
Oh, Marcellus. Yeah,
You
Marcellus.
bring
Oh,
Marcellus in.
Marcella.
Then all of a sudden Marcellus come in, you're like, who the hell is this nigga? Like it might heighten up something that they've been had in them for a long time.
And when you bringing in somebody like Marcellus, you do it. Let's say Monday, I'll text you. Hey, your husband gone, your boyfriend gone, and you got me saved as Marcellus. I'm telling you on Thursday I'm coming through. So now you have from Monday to Thursday to kind of play with me. We'll play through text. I'm gonna send you pictures. I'm gonna send you audio. Whenever you go to the store, I'm gonna send you something as Marcellus. So when Thursday come, when I'm like, yo, I'm about to go to the gym as Steven, just know when I walk in the house while Steven's at the gym, Marcellus is here. So we go do some things that we normally wouldn't do. We ain't gonna be in the bedroom, or we not go. I might rip your clothes off. It'll just be different. But you had all week to kind of build
Build up
up
to it.
for it. The anticipation, I can't wait, the sneakiness of it, the nostalgia. And role playing can also be us recreating something that made us fall in love in the first place. Go on our first date. Go back to the same place I met you. Play the same songs that I met you with, the same foods. Go back to those nostalgic places where we're like, this is why we fell in love. This is why. This is when I love you. This is when I wanted to smash. This is when first thing about head. And then you trickle from those.
Okay, got you. Next question I have. If is a why is I'm trying to say the best way I'm gonna say this right here. Um unwanted news. I mean people get sending those all the time. Why is that a why is that a go-to for people? Like, you know what I'm saying? And ladies, I know, and trust me, y'all line of work, I already know
Wait,
this.
repeat it. I think I missed something. What's the go-to?
That
I've
unwanted
been drinking. I know
that,
y'all been seeing me sipping, so I've been sipping.
unwanted nude. Like everybody gets men and women. I think men get it too. Like we just don't care. But
Yeah.
unwanted nude. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I know y'all line of work, y'all gets it all the time. But unwanted news, does that turn you on? Does that make you like, look, I'm ready to go for it? Unless it doesn't work in relationships, in your relationship.
In my relationship, yes. Like at any time, I don't care. And vice versa. I might send you one at any time. But if I'm not in a relationship with you, no, like just random ones in the DM, I normally just block it and keep it moving. Like it's not because it feels to me that that's all you're trying to offer me.
Okay.
So
I
no.
like that.
Okay.
Does nothing for me. I get them every day. It does absolutely nothing for me. I'm like, why? Why do I have this? Why do you?
Right.
Why?
It's
I didn't
different.
ask
It's
for
different
this.
for us guys. It's different for us guys.
I'm,
Like I
I'm
don't
like, I
think
didn't ask
we.
for this.
I don't think we really care as much as anybody else.
No.
I mean, I've got him before, and he'd be like, "All right, man.
That's it.
All
All
right,
right.
all right."
All right. You
I
feel me?
mean, but I do know that. But I would try to figure out because I know a lot of women tell me that they can say hi to a guy and they say in the inbox in the DMs
Meat.
is their meat starting off. And I'm like, how the hell do we even get to that place of hey, how you doing? I would like to take you out. Here's my meat. Like I don't understand how we
You
get to
don't
that
even get I would like to take you
Or
out. It's
you don't
just, hey,
even
how
get
you
can I
doing?
take you out? You just get the meat. You just get a Snapchat notification. The meat.
I get why dudes do it though.
Okay, what you get, boss? What you got?
So men often send meat pictures because men are praised online for having big meat, right?
Right.
So women, like when they did the challenge in the red lights, when a dude was like swinging his meat, he got almost 1 million views. When Jason Love, the porn star, ever wear boxers, he get 1 million views. Whenever they talk about a shrimp or this, they get talked about, they get bashed. So men is like, yo, if all women want is me to pay bills and get them good wood, when they be making videos, they go viral. Why you still with him, girl? He got that. So now we associate all women want this big meat. So if I send my meat to 100 girls and one say yes, I win. If three say yes, I got a roster. So if 97 say no, I don't care. Like what you gonna do? Send my meat to your friends? So what? Three of y'all said y'all co-handle this meat. And then you go and cross promote and send it to your group chat. And then one of your girls might be like, and find me. Now I got 4 girls. One meat pick.
Yeah, I
It's
can
a
see what
winning
guys.
situation.
I see guys.
It really is.
I tell my sons that too. I tell my sons that, look, man, yo, you don't need to be out here just sitting your meat all willy nilly. Because I swear to God, if I ever scroll down any damn timeline and there's your meat, boy, we fighting in this damn house. Because a woman would expose you in a minute. So
In
you
a
go up there
minute.
in a minute.
Son, is this you?
Come
Come
down
here.
there like, dang, I don't want
He gonna
to.
be in the group chat. Look at what he sent me, girl.
I don't want the world to find out about you that way, son. I don't want the world to find out about
Nope.
you. Goodness, man. Hold on a second. So the next question I have, is sexual lubricant a must for women, especially as they get older?
No.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We got no's and yes. Okay.
I think it depends on how you take care of yourself. I mean, you can add it at any time, regardless of the age, but it depends on how you take care of yourself. Maybe if you had something medical that could require it,
Yep.
but the foods you eat, how much water you drink, all of that stuff plays a role into it. Medications, all of that matters. So it just depends on health wise.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I say yes because depending on what type of sex she's having, lubricant is a must. So I'm not just talking about
Oh,
vaginal sex, because
Okay.
obviously, you know, if she's having vaginal sex, if she's having issues with vaginal dryness or tearing or anything like that, then she definitely needs lube. But if she's having
Hmm.
anal, yes, that's a must. If she's doing,
touche.
anything other than the vagina, then yes, you need lube.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
you didn't specify. So that's
Yeah.
why I said yes.
I'm
And
taking
then
you to
You
family
didn't
feud with me.
specify.
Yeah, but hey man,
Smart.
also, y'all, if it's always wet, it's a problem. So we didn't want to do all of that. I mean, she said she got that super soaker, and that super soaker is 24/7. We got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let them walls dry out for a minute. I'm just saying.
We don't want the paint to dry.
I'm giving this advice. I feel like there's kids,
But
young men out here, young women out here that don't know this stuff, man, and they need to know.
well, and I was gonna say, because a lot of my clients will say they don't need lube. The young ones, especially.
Especially.
The young ones will be like, "Oh, I got that WAP. I don't need lubricant. He could just spit on it, whatever."
Spit on it.
No, baby, spit on it.
No.
Yes, them little
Oh.
20-somethings. Oh yes, they will say he could spit on it.
I'll pull my pants up. I'll leave. That'll be it.
Just
Because they don't want to think that they have dryness of any sort, and it could be hormonal. It could just be you're not really aroused yet, so you need more foreplay. It may not be you have vaginal dryness at all. You're just not fully aroused. You can't just get me in the bedroom and then undress me and then try to put your penis in my vagina. That's not gonna work like that.
I do feel that women, and I was actually talking to my wife about this earlier today. I do feel like the idea of I guess foreplay or getting person started up is different for men and women. I do feel like women needs to have that touchy, that feeling that to get me right before it got to be visually mind, body, spirit before they get into that place where they're ready to open themselves up to you. Well, us guys, we're like, look, man, let me see your titty. Like, so it's gonna
right, and that's all y'all need is some titties.
Just the left one. Just the left one. Steven, tell them about that left one. That left one.
That's the one.
I already know. You ain't got to tell me.
You don't understand. That left one is the one. The only people understand that.
That's because you're right-handed. That's because you're right-handed. But somebody that's left-handed going for the right one.
No, I can be cock-eyed. I don't care. It's that left one.
Oh, God.
That's the one.
All right, another question is why do women always feel like they have to come on to the man first nowadays?
Ooh. I don't know. I ain't ran into too many initiators now.
I've had women that be like, look, I'm approach you before, you know what I'm saying, before I will approach them. But I've had that happen in my past. Now, baby, I was my past, baby. It was my past.
There you go.
I think it is the temperature of a lot of the men that these women are going after. Because I have done a poll on my page before about women shooting a shot, and most of the men said yes. So most of the men don't want to have to go after the woman. They want her to come to them. Right. Now I don't know why that is, but a lot of times the new men is what I call them. They want you to come to them.
Okay.
Oh, I'm one of the new men. Pursue me.
I'm gonna tell you why I think that though. And Steven might be right on this one. I'm gonna tell you why I think. Because look, we ain't got time to set ourselves up for the failure. You know what I'm saying? Bingo. Y'all women, y'all don't have to. I mean, y'all don't. If y'all come onto a man, it doesn't matter if he's not gonna shoot you down. He's not gonna be like, you know what? No, ew, get away from me. He's not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's not attracted to you, he'll be like, you know what? All right, good, baby. You know what I'm saying? And let you go. He'll do it in the nicest way. Ew, nigga, what the fuck? Look at you. Look at you. I don't like this. Oh my God. I got it. Why want your teeth to yell? That's why I think guys like, look, we rather you just come to us. You know, we might try to put the fish line out there for you to bite, but we were like, we don't want to take that rejection. And I think that's the truth.
Correct. Men are we don't get rejected in private like we used to. No, I'm not interested, and then we finish shopping at the grocery store. Now is why the F you talking to me? Then they pull their phone out. Then I got a picture on Facebook now. Look at this little slime ball with the sweats trying to talk to me. And I was just asking you.
See, that could go either way though, because some men come and talk to them and you tell them no. Like women have got beat, murdered, all that for a no. So like the temperature is crazy nowadays. Like you don't know what to do.
Right.
I think everybody. We get to the place where I think everybody is mentally like Go on,
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
on the way.
If I call you pretty, you call me thirsty. I was just giving you a compliment.
Oh yeah,
I
but they
just told
also
you you're
kind of
cute.
put me in the mind of the fact when you got people who actually put thirst traps out there, and then people actually go for them, and it's you know what I'm saying. Oh, you're being thirsty, but you put the thirst out there. So I mean, and that's on both ends. It happens.
I'm just buying what you're selling. That's it.
That
Nothing more,
But
happens.
I
nothing
think
less.
that speaks on the type of woman or the type of man that person is.
Correct.
Mm, okay. This might be my last question, but I'm gonna ask this one. Celibacy in relationships. How can a person go through with that? I mean, I've seen people spend years in a relationship celibate. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that is it supposed to be like an outcome we should be waiting for, or you think it should be more spiritual? What are your idea on celibacy in relationships?
I think it's fire. I think sex ruined everything. If you don't do sex correctly, you don't utilize sex correctly, you don't value sex the way it should be valued, then I think sex ruins a lot of things. And we have sex with people we should never have sex with. And so being celibate within a relationship, it puts you in position to learn me, to learn to love me, to pay more attention to me, to be intentional with me. It's almost like long distance dating. I can't touch you anyway. We're long distance, but now I'm more aware of your time when you on break. What time do you go to the gym? What time do you cook? What time do you hang with your children? And then we kind of schedule our lives to each other based off of your availability and what you like, and to give me time to really learn to love you. Versus if I have sex with you, I kind of stop pursuing you because I already reached one of the end goals. One of the goals was to smash. I smashed. So why am I asking you all of these intentional questions if I don't have any benefits coming from the answers?
Mm. Okay,
So I like celibacy.
okay, ladies.
Yeah, I think it's important because you can learn to love each other in different ways. Like you learn that okay, he's frustrated today. I can't just give him some, but I know he likes this drink. I know he likes this food. He might need a back rub, and it builds up the tension. Like a lot of people, if you take the sex out, ain't no more relationship. I don't even
Right.
know you really. What is your last name? But if you if you take it out, it's like, oh, now I have to figure out a different way to connect with you
Mm,
and see, do I really like you?
mm. Okay,
Correct.
okay,
That part. That part.
okay. So, what do you say about people who use taking sex away as a punishment?
Now taking sex away as a
Never.
punishment, that's a you can't
Mm-mm.
do that in a relationship. But if you say, hey, I don't feel like we're connecting properly, so I think if we have sex 3 times a week, I think we should go a week or two and not have sex and kind of build our connection back up. That's one thing. But to say I'm just not giving you none, no.
Because
If
they
we in
mad
this
or whatever.
together,
Yeah.
yeah, no. If we in this together, we gotta communicate this and decide this together.
Respect. Anybody else?
Just the thought of someone punishing me with sex, boy, woo. I'd be out of there so fast, boy. I'd be go. It's not the fact that you're withholding sex. It's the fact that like you're purposely trying to hurt me or trying to affect me in a negative way when you don't have to. I
Right.
I think sex is the most physical way that I can show my I love you.
Okay.
And so if I'm intentionally trying to love on you physically, and you're like, nope, I'm good on you, you're in trouble. I don't like that.
I'm not your
Yeah,
child.
I'll
I'm
be
not
gone.
keeping no
Yeah,
candy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
So
good.
so what about the men who don't? Because it's women that have a higher drive than men and men that withhold sex too. What about that case?
Oh, okay. Let me let you guys that, Stevens.
I
You the professional.
like that question. A lot of men withhold sex due to performance anxiety. The pressure for us to perform is so high compared to a woman. Like I have to maintain my stroke while choking you, while dirty talking, while staying erect, while picking you up, while holding the leg, while not
Why,
coming fast, even
why
if
not
it's
trying to
too
catch a
good,
fucking heart attack?
while not
Really?
trying to catch a. I'm sweating, then I
For
can't
real?
sweat on you, and then I gotta go harder, go faster, choke here, and you're literally laying there, or you have an arch in your back, and so it's like the performance anxiety of let's go for another round, and you better not come fast, and you better do it like this, and you better pick me up, and you better. It's like dog, how can I pass this one? I think I'm gonna fake sleep. ooh, my stomach hurt. Like so now I kind of don't want to
Yo,
do it as much.
I'm asking a question. Go ahead. I'm asking a question. Go ahead. Fran, go ahead, Fran.
No, I'm talking to my child that's on the other side of this camera.
I'm sorry, child. I didn't mean it.
You good.
I was like, I know he didn't.
Yep.
That's my son. He listening to what y'all saying.
Yo, I
Wow.
think my son was down here too. Like, yo, hold on, before I get any questions. You got any
He
questions?
listening to
So
what y'all
even
saying. Boy,
in
go
like
first.
a marriage where men might go 2 and 3 weeks, like, no, I don't want to give you none. I don't want none. It's something
Now
else
that
there.
it could be a
Right, it's
narcissistic
something
and
else
controlling
there.
problem,
Yeah.
a punishment thing. There's so many other behavior traits that can go along with somebody withholding something and then daring you to step out the house or out of the relationship. A lot of men that do
That's
that are in control of all the bills, are in control of the phone bill, the car notes, and they can control their woman. So like, if I don't give you none, you have to sit here and suffer because I dare you step out this household.
and I do think a lot of people feel that way. I do think a lot of people think that we just want to see what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do if I don't do this no more? If I take this from you, you gonna cheat on me? So what you gonna do if you cheat? You know what I'm saying? We want to divorce. We can divorce, and I can take what you got. Like it happens. That
Yes,
does happen a lot in
a
relationships.
power thing.
Hey, yo, so before
Right.
we about to wrap up too. I got two more questions for. Well, I'm not the question we were saying that. Steven, can you let the ladies know?
Uh huh.
Because we all, I think every guy have done this before. Guys fake it too.
I
100%.
be telling women that all the time. They be like, how? How could he fake it? You is not all that, sister.
Guys fake it too. Guys fake
The
it too.
same way you spit starch, you can spit in. spit, spit,
That's
spit.
and I think and somebody said it. Somebody asked me like, guys can't fake it. We don't know. You would never know.
Never
Never know.
know.
Leg
No,
shaking,
they
everything.
didn't know.
Oh, I just.
Exactly.
Oh, he going crazy back there. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm out of here. Uber me, please.
Oh, they'll
I'm
tell
out of
your
here.
mind is thinking on something totally different at this time. Let me just let me hit a little bit of razzle dazzle on this real quick. That's the end of this.
Exactly. So,
Oh
ladies,
my
if you
god,
ever hear your
y'all.
man say "woo," girl, we probably faked it. We
No, the
probably.
first if you hear your man say if your man is back there, you hear him say this. Oh shit, that motherfucker ain't did
Yeah.
nothing. He's lying.
Mm-mm.
But all right. So I hate to tell those guys secret, man. That was our secret, man. But
Oh, it's been told. I had a whole episode on men faking, and I had a panel of men that told how they faked it
every
in
guy
Mm-hmm.
has.
multiple different ways.
Every guy has.
I
Every
just
guy
do a
has.
shoulder tap. I don't even fake it. Hey, if I do double tap on the shoulder, we done for the night.
And it was
Yo,
for a variety of reasons. Like, not just because she wasn't good, it was, just a variety of
let me tell
reasons.
you, it's never about just her not being good though. It's a lot of things like contribute
Correct.
to it. Because like, yeah, let's be honest with you, be going as hard as you can. All of a sudden, little man's like, look, I'm going to sleep. You can keep doing what you're doing, but
Right.
I'm out of here.
Alcohol got a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Alcohol or any type of drugs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, I'm
Yeah.
not doing this no more. You can go forward. I'm tired. Oh my god. Hey, so we finna wrap it up though. But what advice would you give a couple trying to just freshly married and trying to make it? What advice would each one of y'all give a couple?
Oh, I can go first.
Cool.
If you're trying to make it, I would say always have open communication, transparency, and honesty. Keep people out of your relationship. Stop believing that social media validates your relationship or your status or your position. Understand that you and your partner relationship is simply that. Don't compare it to nobody. Don't compare it to social media. Don't compare it to certain people. Don't be couple goals. Do whatever works for y'all. So whatever make y'all happy, whatever make y'all feel connected, whatever make y'all feel loved, whatever make y'all feel like a family, that's what you do. Make your own rules, make your own goals, and love each other.
Got you, ladies.
I always say intention builds healthy relationships. So you have to make sure that you are intentional about creating that relationship. You set your standard. What are we doing here? And I mean, sometimes you got to let all the relationships of the past, everything you've seen, the traditions, all of that go out the window and just say, what are we doing? What is going to work for us? How do we build this to the point where we want it? What is our end goal? Relationships should always have visions. It's just like a company. What are we doing this for? What is our purpose? How are we building this thing at the end of our life when we sit on the porch in that rocking chair and we say we did this? What are we gonna be saying we did? So staying dedicated to that vision will keep you there.
Okay, Frank.
I agree. I agree with everything they both said. The only thing I would add would be is don't be afraid to pivot and make changes. So even though in the beginning of the relationship you might decide to do things one way, and then eventually if that stops working, don't be afraid to reevaluate the situation and then create new rules and new boundaries and start things that are different.
Okay.
So your relationship could be long lasting instead of staying stagnant and holding on to those rules we made 20 years ago when we got married. That may not work for what we at right now.
Got you. And my advice I give, and I think it's the root to this whole entire conversation: communicate. Always talk. Always, if you got a problem, calm down and come back at it and talk about it. Anything that y'all, I mean, everything can be fixed with a simple just communication. That's
Mhm.
the truth. I mean, we don't. If it comes to sex or love, or you're not feeling a certain way, let me know how you feel. Because in marriage, we're in this for the long haul. Let's get in here, so we don't want to be bored for the next 20, 30 years until we divorce or something. Let's get into this right here and understand what we got going on. And if we have any problems, let's just work it out and figure it out how to work it out. And if you can't figure it out together, get someone who's liable for both of y'all and is going to help y'all figure it out. That's the truth. I don't get off this right. One more thing. Hold on, one more thing. From end this right here. Y'all, can y'all give me the wildest DM y'all done got?
Wow, man, I got a list of
Mm.
Now I know y'all got some wild DMs. Now I ain't gonna say it out loud.
wow.
Y'all,
I done
I'll
had
go
I
first.
had somebody send me. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I got offered to be a unicorn by a couple.
What's a unicorn?
We
A
get it.
Yeah, I get
unicorn
them
is
all the
basically a third,
time.
Okay.
the
Unicorn.
third to their relationship. So if they're in a poly relationship and they didn't have a third, they lost their third or whatever, they didn't have another person, so they offered me to be their third.
Oh.
That, and they individually asked, like one asked first and then the other one asked, so I don't think they knew that they both was going to ask me. But they both asked, the husband and the wife both asked.
Oh
There
man,
you
damn.
go.
Right there in uni. I'm calling you up for now. Uni.
Hey, hey, Unity.
Hey, uni. All right. Rakim and Steve.
um, why? Well, I mean, I've been offered things. So a lady offered me 3,000 just to give me head. Um, I thought that was pretty interesting. And
Did you take
then no, I didn't take it because I didn't want to set the standard that I can be purchased.
That transaction.
That transaction, I didn't want her to think that she could just buy me.
it? Let
But
me say this.
so she,
Say this. Oprah, if you're listening,
nah, she different. Now listen, Oprah,
He for
I can
sale.
be
He
bought.
for sale,
Oprah,
Oprah.
I can be bought. I can be bought, Oprah. No,
Steve, start. Go ahead, bro.
listen to me. I recently had a lady have somebody take a picture of her hanging upside down with nipple clips and vagina clips, and she's dangling from the ceiling. And I was like, well, why you send this to me? But she was like, yeah, I was just listening to your voice. I was like, how? If you're hanging upside down, but cool.
Just
I
turn
get
up.
stuff like that on the regular.
I believe that. Rakim and you, baby.
um, I'll probably just say somebody jacking, like just jacking off all the way through, like the whole video till they come. And it's like you sit there with this phone the entire
Watch, watch.
How long was the video? How long did it last?
She watched.
I can't even remember how long it was.
Minute and a
I
half.
can't. I really can't. But no, I skipped through it though. But no, I can't because I blocked it. I skipped through it. I looked. I skipped through it. I skipped through it. Now I did. I laughed but the crazy thing was I had made a post and I was like, when you're in relationships, you're supposed to send news and different things like that. So I guess they took it upon themselves as, oh, I want to be in a relationship. Let me send this to her. So I was like, oh, but not you. No.
They shot, they
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I think the wildest one for me, man, and I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate against people, man. But I had a guy hit me up, and I and yo, and I was like, hold the fuck, and they be always like, you know, you're really sexy. I'm like, what? I had one guy hit me up before. One guy hit me up before, and he act like we knew each other. Dude was like, yo, hey, what's up, homie? What's going on, bro? I'm like, oh, my ass thing, I'm knowing, like, oh, what's up, homie? What's up, bro? He said, man, he said, yo, he said, where you be at? And I'm like,
What?
Not where you be.
I'm thinking, man, like, I'm thinking, I know this dude. I'm like, oh, man, you know, I be around, man. He said, man, you know, maybe we can hang out sometime. I'm like, and, you know, it's never clicked. It's not even clicking to me what the fuck is going on. And I said, my dumb ass, I'm like, yeah, I play ball probably next week or something like that, you know. And he's, I mean, later on at night. Oh, motherfucker, bitch. But that was too much for me. I mean, you'd be surprised. A lot of them guys be brave as hell in them damn inboxes.
They do. They do.
That is the wildest, and we fight. But God bless your soul, though. God bless your heart and all your parts. All right, y'all, man. That's the end of my show, man. I had a great time. I'm glad I got a chance to meet all y'all. Fran, we know each other, but
Of course.
hey, y'all. But y'all, look, man. Look, I appreciate all y'all coming on here. Y'all want to shout out where everybody can find you at?
Yeah, I am on all social media, Erotic Relations. You can look me up there. I have a website, www.eroticrelations.com. You can grab my ebooks, my courses. I also have a Patreon membership. Check me out.
All right. Fran, Steve.
Steven,
You
you want to
going,
go?
Frank? Oh, I can go.
Oh, I guess.
You can find me on all social medias under sexologist_rated red. TikTok is my main platform. IG is second. My website is ratedredsworld.com. I just released my new Slut Me Out Pleasure Box subscription this week, which is at ratedredbox.com, where you get a monthly subscription where you get swings, toys, candles, everything pleasure delivered to your doorstep. I wrote a couple books. You can find them on my website as well.
Thanks, man. Fran.
Y'all got to read Steven's book. I'm telling y'all.
Hey, I'm gonna miss Fran's book.
Read the book. You can find me, Fran, if you're interested in body sculpting or butt enhancement, breast enhancements, any kind of bodily or wellness products. You can Google Trey Bell Body Boutique. It'll come up.
Hey.
I'm on Instagram as well, Trey Bell Body Boutique. If you want bedroom candy or toys, you can go to bedroomcandy.com/8608 and you'll find me there.
All right, man. So it's my turn, I guess. This is your little big brother, aka the future lonely sexologist. Yo, you can find me on all platforms, man. That's Random Thoughts with Eric G. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, IG. What's the new thing we got going on?
Threads.
I'm on Threads too. Random Thought with Eric G. Also find me on Facebook at Eric Green. / the Green Road Foundation, which is my organization. Y'all, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being on. Thank y'all so much. And like I always say, God bless you. Peace.
All right. Y'all have a
Yes,
good
sir.
night.